Hello there. Right. Well, great. Look, I've actually got this up in here now in OBS. Flipping it. You know what? Took me ages to find out what exactly happened. And yeah, I always save my home folder, right? So for years, I've been saving my home folder. For years now, just to save on installation time. Because sometimes you have to reinstall your operating system because it can get bulked on out. And sometimes you think, yeah, it's getting a bit sluggish now. Let's just reinstall, so you back everything up, but you think to yourself, well, no, I can just use my home folder and just keep using it over and over again. Yeah, the problem with that is everything that you collect over the years and years and years, and the different settings that you use on your computer and that, it all gets filled up and overwritten time and time and time again. And the problem is I've had this for so long now, the same setup and that, even though I've got new backgrounds, that's about all that is new on here. Even though, all of that, I just could not work out why in the latest version of OBS, I did not have this icon coming on up. And it wasn't telling me that I was recording or not. I had to keep on going on in, making sure that OBS was recording. I didn't mind so much, I thought, well, okay, it's just one of those things. But it was also happening in Arch as well. But it was mainly to do with the new version, which is what, now 29? Is it 29 now they're running? So I thought, after doing the reinstall of this, instead of saving my home folder, instead of using the same one, I thought, well, bugger this, I'm going to install it onto the VirtualBox drive that I used to use. That VirtualBox drive, of course, now become my system drive, but it's really, really quick. In fact, it cost me £79, right, for the 2 terabyte drive. It's really nippy. It's even nippier than Samsung, right? Yeah, it is. It's just a normal SSD. It's not one of those M.2 drives. They're crap. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. If you haven't got a heat shield on there in your system, forget it. God, this is why I go for icy docks on my builds. Yeah, I can just like move them around. Move it all around on there. Anyway, so what did I do then to do? What's different about this? Well, what's different about this is the fact that I backed up these. All right, what we got here? We got my app images. I backed them up. So I'm using Olive now. These are the actual program files that are in there. That's now in my .local file. Okay, so that's fine. So I backed them up. Backed up my bash RC. Always back up your bash RC, especially if you're like me and you use terminal aliases and stuff. Saves an awful lot of time. So you can delete the one that's already on your installation. Delete that one and just put in your one, and it'll yay. Say yay, I got that. If you're using Brave, back that up. Back your settings up on that. Just go into your .config file and do it in there. This config here is for this. It's for the way that I shut down my computer. All right, so I push S to shut down after I've switched off my screen. So much easier, and I can reboot from here and log out, and I can lock my screen, of course, which is A for locking the screen altogether. I've switched off the timer that's on there. You've got like a 5-minute timer. I've switched that off in the actual better lock screen file that comes on down. That's in your user local bin, or universal resources, I should say, not user. It's not, or you can call it USA if you want for short. It's actual universal resources. That's what it, universal service resources. I think that's what it means. Anyway, it's in there in universal service resources. Oh God, that's a mouthful. USR, yeah, it's back in the USSR. No, USR, right? Wait, that USR local bin is in there. That's where it gets installed to. But you have to install a lot of dependencies as well onto your system because it relies on i3 lock color is what it relies on in order to be able to get this. But yeah, after 5 minutes, it would have blanked on off. But now, of course, on the lock screen, because I've switched that off, it won't do so. So all you do is just put your password back in, and away you go, and you're back in your system. Brilliant. Yeah, so that's what they are. They are what goes into me .config file. Linux Mint backgrounds, they are all of these that I've got. If I just bring on down, got 8 workspaces now. I'm thinking, well, what was the point of me in making all of those pictures myself, going on and not using them, So I thought, well, yeah, I could have these at the forefront, which I've got. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, 8 workspaces. Brilliant. And I've also got keyboard shortcuts for putting windows like this, for instance. I can put on over to number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, well, 8. Now go back to 1. Wink. Yeah, back to 1 again. Yeah, love it. Love me Linux. Really do. Also because most, if not all, of Linux comes with Mozilla Firefox. So hide that away, but don't do your snap file. If you're using the snap file of that, don't go saving that. Well, you could, I guess, but prefer the deb file. And they are. Mozilla are actually going back to deb files. Yay! Well, didn't they anyway? They're no longer going to be supporting snaps. Yeah, great. Shouldn't have done so in the bloody first place. At least that's what I heard anyway. Olive, Audacity and Kden Live, they are actually the scripts that I made in order to open up my app images. Okay, so very easy to do. In your home folder, create the file .app images. Yeah, and that's where they all reside. These are the actual app images in here. But I don't know why it's using those. That does Olive. All right, come on back. We go into .local share applications, and that's where they are. All right. Yes, I know. I'm playing Honeypot. Yeah, I like Honeypot. It's a funny game. You're a pervert. No, I'm not. No, I like Honeypot. It's funny. It's a funny old game. God, you're going back 2013, 14, ain't you, with that? Or even earlier. Anyway, yeah, so that's where they all are. I've got Steam on in here as well, and I've still got 2 terabyte left. It's amazing. But all my games are on a separate drive at the moment. It's only a 1 terabyte drive. Until I get some more of these 2 terabyte drives, and I'll be able to put my games onto there. Still got me Windows, but you know, I'm thinking, should I make the transition on over to Linux fully now to do me gaming on? I no longer rely on Windows for sound or anything like that, like I did with me Go XLR. Do I really need Windows anymore? Don't think I do. Really? No. I should be able to come straight on over to Linux and do me gaming on here and just tweak around a little bit for newer games to work, or wait till Valve and the Proton team come up with solutions on the Steam Deck. There's over 12,000 games on the Steam Deck now that work. That's a hell of a lot. I haven't got a Steam Deck, and I don't think I ever will get one, simply because I can't look at small screens. But anyway, yeah, so these are the scripts. So all you do, open it up, text editor, there you go. Record a desktop entry, application, Audacity, recording and manipulating sound, that's what it's for. And then you just put the path and whereabouts it is. Now, I've just upgraded it to 3.4.0. It's really rather good. It won't open up with terminal, startup notifiers false, and so forth. Yeah, one thing I did forget. No, don't need it on there. Same with Kden Live as well. This is pretty easy to set one up. That'd be in your video selection, which it is. Multimedia, your video, Kden Live should be there somewhere. There it is. It's there. Video encoder for YouTube. There we go. It's there. Just does what it says on the tin. 23.40.2. They've probably gone up some more, but don't matter. That's the great thing about app images. If you get your app images from the actual person supplying them, like Audacity, for instance, off of their website, or from KDE's website, their store, where you can get app images from, then you're fine. You know, I prefer app images over bloody snaps any day of the week. I'm telling you that now. And they open up so much quicker. Yes, there's a bit of a gap when you open them up and you go like that. Nearly instant. What I have got, of course, is because I don't save. Open up that, and it'll load that on up to how I had it. Got all video files and that. So what I do after I've made this video is I'll put it on in here, edit it if need be, maybe introduce a beginning screen like a wipe, and a wipe at the end as well. And then after it's been rendered in here, which I don't know why, but Kden Live's always rendered video bigger than the original video was. I don't know why that is. I don't know what else it adds, but the great thing is that you can install a program called AvidMux, which actually shrinks it on down, and you can pick out what codec you want to use in that. And I go for NVIDIA, usually H.264, which is obviously NVENC, so it'll shrink it down even more. Then from there, what will shrink it down even more is if you put it into Olive, because you can cut out all the silences in Olive, which is fantastic. Olives are really, really good. Really, really, really good at doing that. And of course, we can just close it down. That closes goes down and everything's tickety-boo. This is my own icon theme. Obviously, I've showed you that before. Not my own one. It's actually from Arco Linux. I just fell in love with this. I don't like multicolored icons anymore. I can't be doing with them. Too much in your face, too much color. So I can't be doing with them anymore. And of course, I got Olive here. That's also as an app image too. So yeah, and that works. It does crash now and again, but I used to have my app images actually opening up from a different drive, which was the main system drive. Yeah, the file system drive, where I had two separate drives running at the same time. So you had the system drive and also the boot drive as well. And then I had a separate home folder on a different drive, which is a 2 terabyte drive. But now, of course, I've got it all in one. If it's all on the same drive, I don't think it'll crash so much. But I've also put it into my home folder now, which is where they're meant to reside anyway, your app images. I'd rather do it like this. Now, add an update. All you do is just download the update to it. You can delete the other one and put the next one in and just change the number of it around. That's all you got to do. Same path and everything else in the script. Easy. Everyone's after quick fixes like these bloody app image launchers and what have you. Just more bulk to put on your system. Just write the script out yourself. This is what I mean, right? Yes, Linux is easier to install and to use now, right? But I think over the years, since 2020, we've began to get babied now, you know? Oh, it's the terminal. I'm really scared. Don't be scared of the terminal. Don't be scared of that bloody thing. Nothing wrong with it. Oh, but it's a lot of power and I could destroy my system. Well, look, if you don't know any terminal commands and you start writing stuff in your terminal, like blah poo bag lives on a hill. Yeah, not a command, is it? So you know, it's just writing, isn't it? If you don't know any commands anyway, you're not going to break it, are you? Do the apt update. Well, I've got aliases on here. Oh, there is 20 packages can be upgraded. Really? Let's see what they are. Sudo app list upgradable. Oh, right. 535 can be now. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, we'll update. I'll have to update, upgrade. -y. There we are. Oh, the following have been kept back. Why? Why have they been kept back then? Well, what was the point in telling me that you had a bloody upgrade? Ah, what are you doing? What was the point of that then? Let's just refresh a minute, see if it comes up with it. Obviously, it's not going to, is it? No. Why not then? Is it broken then or something? Don't know. Anyway, yeah, so people that come on over to Linux for the first time, we've been babied over the years. I think since 2020 we've been babied. Oh, you've got to do this, got to do flipping X8. You know, it's an operating system. If you already use Windows, you can use Linux. Easy. Don't have to use the terminal. Don't have to be a tinkerer like myself. You can use it as is. Use it as you want, whichever way you want. But we have been babied over the years. People scared of the terminal. I'll tell you what, I was chucked in at the deep end, and I'm going way on back to Ubuntu 10.4, 2010. Yeah, and even before that, just on the cusp of the one before that, the end of life of that, right? So, you know, and I think Ubuntu 10.4 was one of the best ones that Ubuntu ever made. Of course, no, they had to move on with the times. They had to follow what GNOME were doing, make their own thing and ruin it all. Then what they got today, snaps and stuff. This here is Doclike Taskbar. Now, for the life of me, I still do not know why they haven't got that in the repos, in the main repos anymore. Doclike Taskbar should be there out of the bag in whatever XFCE you're using. It should be in the main repos, should be there. I'm using it. I've been using it for 4 years now, or so, 3-4 years I've been using it, and it works. What's up with that? It works. Straight on out the bag. Highly customizable as well in a script in your .config file, and you just go down to XFCE in there and then pick out the doclike RC file. Not arse as in bottom, RC file. R, yeah, letter R, and then a C after it, a letter C after it. Not RC, not RC file, alright? I come from the Isle of Wight. Yeah, right. Anyway, yeah, so you can add all sorts of programs in there that you wanted to add onto the Doclike taskbar. As long as you give it its path, it will put it on there. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. It doesn't use hardly any resources at all. Up here, of course, got other scripts which are already embedded inside of my panel profiles. So it remembered all of these. So I haven't even got these installed as such because they're installed in panel profiles. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, because if I go to internet, where's internet? There we are. We go on in there. You can't see any of them, and they're internet ones. These are. Look, we've got gaming on Linux. I go on in there, and it opens up my browser straight away onto there. So, you know, people poo-poo Xfce when in actual fact, it's very, very, very highly customizable. Same with KDE. KDE, Christ, they don't tell you though, do they? How customizable that thing is. But then again, the only thing I don't like about KDE is all the effects. Yes, you can switch them off, but it still relies on some of them. I don't like the mouse either, the Breeze mouse. Oh God, I don't like mice that are forever spinning around and around. A bit like having a buffer on your screen, using up more resources, or bouncing on the screen. What's that about? Waiting 25 years for a program to open because you're waiting for the bloody mouse to stop bouncing. You know, I've never ever understood that. Never ever understood that at all. So here we are. We're on gaming on Linux. Look at that. Here's the Steam Deck most played for October 2023. Look at that. And they all work here in Linux. It's amazing how far Proton has come, because when it first came on out, I thought, oh, it ain't going to work. But I thought when Proton came on out, I thought, no, it's just a pipe dream. That come an awful long way, hasn't it, over the years, since 2018. 5 years it's been out now. My God. Anyway, that is it from me. This video's gone on way too long. Like I say, just back stuff up. Back all your stuff up, and if you have to reinstall like I had to, and all because of this here cursor, that's all I wanted. I was going through all sorts of icon themes and what have you, trying to find where this resides. Could I find it? Could I, Echoes? Now, I have got some... Oh, there's another little program for you called Xspanish. What it does, it makes your mouse disappear. I cannot demonstrate it on here, obviously, because OBS can't record that, but Xspanish is absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend whatever operating system you're using to install that. It's great. If you're typing out stuff and your mouse gets in the way, every time you type on the screen, just set it so that it starts up at startup, okay, when you boot in, and when you push your keyboard, it'll disappear. There are some websites that, like ITVX, for instance, okay? Now, ITVX, saying that I'm not signed in. Really? Okay, hang on. ITVX, anyway, on their player, when you play something, the bloody mouse is left behind. Instead of hiding it up in the corner, you can just push a key on your keyboard and it'll disappear, and you can watch whatever without having the bloody mouse there. Yeah, really, really good. Anyway, yeah, just a quick, it's called Xspanish. I'll leave a link down below. That'll be in your repos anyway. If you're using anything from 1804, no, actually from 1804, I think. Anything from 1804 upwards, you'll have Xspanish inside your repos. I'm pretty sure of it. Anyway, that is it from me. Thank you very much for watching. I know this was a bit of a rant and a bit boring for you, but I do apologise. Or do I? Yes, I do apologise if there was a bit of a rant. It's just a bit of a rant. You can have it just in the background there. You don't have to watch the screen or anything like that, did you? No, you didn't. There you are then. So, bit of a rant for you. Going to go now. Really, I am. Bye. For now.